for day 8 was price. I had a lot of trouble coming up with an idea for this one, so I just want to thank Becca from Brushes with Beck for helping me with a couple of prompts. She's another animal artist, very lovely art, go check her out. I actually started with a different idea for this prompt, and I got about halfway with another idea that was a bear hunting for fish, but something just went really wrong with it. I messed up the values really bad and there was just no way to salvage it. So I decided to start over with a different idea, so that obviously took a bit of time to do, and for that reason I ended up just doing a blocked color background for this one. You can see me at one point having a look at a previous painting from last year when I was doing Inktober, a champagne bottle. I was looking at that because the water trail in this one was kind of similar, so I just wanted to have a look at how I made that work with the champagne bottle. And that's one reason I really like Inktober as well. You kind of always learn something new and then you can reference to your older work when you are creating new artworks. I think this day just wasn't my day because I ended up also messing up the background, which is supposed to be like just a really simple background, so I had to go on top of it with a lighter wash of the white ink, because otherwise it was just way too dark on the upper corner versus the bottom right corner. Prompt for day 9 was rainbow, and I had the same problem with this one. I had a different idea and I just didn't know how I could make it work, so I didn't even start that one. So I just decided to go with rainbow lorikeet. It's a really beautiful bird that lives here in Australia. I used to get these guys coming to my balcony when I was living in Sydney. They would just come to my window and in my balcony there to search for food, and they were just really beautiful. I haven't seen them for a while, here in Melbourne at least, but they're probably the most beautiful bird I know in Australia, and they definitely fit the prompt. Here I'm also doing another flower wreath, and I am going to do quite a few of these types of ones because that's kind of the direction that I want to take my art to, is with the flowers and kind of having something else than just the animal in my paintings. Something that I have struggled with this week is trying to keep my paintings simple, and so far I haven't really gotten there, and I have been quite frustrated with myself with the amount of detail that I put on each painting, because what I would like my art to eventually get to is a lot more simplified than what it is currently. I feel like I'm still really stuck in that realism mindset, which is just, I just don't like it for myself, and it's really silly for me to be upset about it because obviously I am not yet ready for that kind of style. In order to be good at simplified art, you have to know the traditional way to paint a subject first. So if I do a brand new animal this month, I shouldn't be so upset with myself for not doing simplified because I don't know how to simplify that animal. I have never done it before, so obviously I need to learn to do it realistically first. That's how old masters also did it. That's how Picasso started. He first studied, shapes and did life studies, life drawings, and then he kind of started to wander off and simplify everything and really simplify it towards the end of his life. But I guess I wish I was a bit further along in that process after 3 years, but I know that that is the wrong way to think about it, and I need to just take my time and enjoy the ride, but sometimes I just can't help but be frustrated with myself anyway. Like, I am still happy with this one, how it turned out. It's nice and colorful. I can definitely, I think, make it into a sticker later, and I'm just happy to finish another day, but there's just a little part of me just wishes that it wasn't so complex and there wasn't so much detail in it. It's just so hard to let go of wanting to just do a lot of detail in these paintings, I've noticed. And in a weird way, I just feel like I've taken a step back with my art with this Inktober, which seems really weird. Probably doesn't make sense. I'm just too in it right now to see if I'm improving, how I'm improving. That stuff only comes after, maybe a month after Inktober, when you kind of can look at it in hindsight and see what really improved. So I'm just gonna try and enjoy the process and be appreciative of the time that I have to create this art. prompt for day 10 was pet, and I decided to just do some turtle sketches for this one because I didn't want to do another dog. I had an initial sketch of a cat, but I just did not feel like doing it at all, and I wanted to kind of take it a bit more easy because I was really tired on this day. It was Saturday and I'd been waking up really early all week to do my prompts, so I just needed something a bit more lighthearted for this one. And I did actually want a pet turtle when I was young, and I remember it being like, I used to like ask my mom, can I please have a pet turtle? I never got one though. I did end up getting a dog, which was, you know, better I think, but I kind of wanted to paint the pet turtle that I never had. And these ones definitely sketches. I was trying to simplify these ones like a lot and go for a bit that like the goldfish that I made earlier this year. But this is when I felt like I'd gone backwards, because I just kept trying to perfect these turtles and like make more details on them, and the more that I tried that, like the more it just took time, and then I just had to stop. And the camera also, sorry guys, it ran out of battery, and I was just quite frustrated with myself, so I didn't even like want to put a new battery in. So the end is just missing here, but I'll show you the final product anyway. One thing I really like about this one though is the color palette, and I think I would like to go for more this kind of not realistic color palette, and like that's another reason why I feel like I've gone backwards is because I've started to all of a sudden do these realistic colors again. Like I remember in the review of the inks I was like, I'm not gonna use the brown, but the brown is something that I've used a lot this last week, so I just really want to try and move away from the realistic depiction of these animals. But to be honest, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I'm ready for it. It just seems like, as I mentioned earlier, that I really need to just learn the animals' anatomy and just get really familiar with them, and then maybe hopefully I can start to simplify them. Thank you for watching the video. Let me know if there's anything you're struggling with in particular this Inktober, and I'm gonna see you in the next video.